Hi, this is Jim Jordan, and today I want to do a review of my Clearphone 420. I'm actually shooting this video on my Clearphone 420, so I may point to this phone. It's a 220, a little smaller version, a little smaller model. But I'm doing this because several people asked me after I've had my phone, my Clearphone for a short time, to give a review of my experience with it, so in their decision-making process. So I had just bought a Samsung phone of Galaxy 51, I think it is called, in November. So I'd only had it for 2 months when I came across the Clearphone as an opportunity, and I spoke to me right away. I said, I really want to get involved in this and spread the mission of decentralization and of owning your own data again, and having more freedom and autonomy and not being spied on by my phone. I loved my Samsung. I thought it was really slick. I'm not a big phone snob necessarily, but I really liked it. But I gave it up because I knew that it went against my values. It went against my true values. I believe in decentralization. I believe in privacy and security, and that's what Clearphone has done for me. So my experience with the Clearphone has been excellent. The camera is incredible. It's impeccable. I don't get ads on my searches. Unlike you're on your iPhone or your Samsung or whatever, and you get ads all the time. Or if you go visit someplace, a store, all of a sudden you get a survey. How did you like your experience there? If you're running with just clear apps, you don't get that experience at all. The 420 does have Google Apps if you want to have them on, and I transfer those over to my 420 temporarily to just sort of transition. And that's an option for people who want to do that. And for those of you that have already opened accounts with Clear United but have not got a phone yet, I want to speak to you directly. So this video is going to you. There's something that appealed to you initially to open an account with Clearphone, and you're in the decision-making process. Some of us who, like myself, had just recently bought a new phone, was thinking like, I just got a phone. I don't want to get a new phone necessarily right away. But for me, it was important to get in alignment with my true values, to get off of the tech things, whether it's Facebook or using Google or whatever it is, Amazon, that are really, from my view, centralizing control and power and censorship and data robbing over our lives. And it is one of the major ways that we are losing our freedom by our choices we make. So if we end up going into as we are already, going into a more centralized authoritarian society, it's because of our choices we've made. So I'm making choices right now, every day, to be free of that, to decentralize everything, to get more independent with food, with technology, with monetary system, all of that. So Clearphone for me is one way to do that. It's a part of the puzzle, piece of the puzzle. It's also business that you can share with people, and it's exciting. I have a lot of people that are involved with it right now. And I want to tell you a quick little story too that I think will help really drive home the point of how important it is to have a decentralized phone where the phone is not identified to you as a person. So one of my partners in Clearphone has a good friend whose daughter went to a rally in Washington, D.C., a Trump rally, and she happened to have been in a location where there was some violence. She left the rally, she went home, and all of a sudden she got a call, and the police came, and they arrested her. They didn't see her at the rally, but they identified her phone. That phone was identified in her name at the location where there was a crime. So she was arrested. She's facing a criminal prosecution. She had nothing to do with any violence whatsoever, but her phone was in the location of that, of some potential criminal activity. That's how bad it is. That's how important it is to have a phone like a Clearphone, which is not in your name. It's in a 12-word encrypted code. That's important. In a previous video, I went over the advantages. I'm not going to go over all those right now, but that's so important to realize that getting off of your iPhone or your normal Android phone is part of creating a freer, more sane, more decentralized, prosperous society. So I love that about Clearphone. I love also that they have an app on there, a rewards app, a pay app, where they send your pay to the app in your phone. You can transfer it to a debit card, and you can just go use it out in the marketplace. And there's a new function coming soon where you can convert those pay to cryptocurrencies, decentralized cryptocurrencies. So it's really a tool in creating a better world. That's my view. So there's three options of phones, models. You have the 220 phone, which is this smaller one here. It's $500 if you buy it outright, or you can get a subscription for it for, I think it's $50 a month. The 420 is the one I got. You can buy it outright, $900, and you can get a subscription for that, $100 a month. And the big megaphone, in between a tablet and a phone, a phablet, I think they call it, is a 620. And that's $1,200, or you can get a subscription for $150 a month for that. Those are your three options. I suggest when you get your Clearphone to keep your other phone for a while to smooth over the transition. So for about a month or so, I had 2 phone bills. That was okay. I wanted to transition to get used to it. Android users, it's very easy to get used to. Apple users, takes a little more time, but it's well worth it. It's super high quality. When I need support, I go to the chat app inside the phone and I send a chat message to one of the customer support, and I always get good answers. You can also schedule customer support calls if you need that. But so far for me, it's been seamless. The Clearphone is not even officially launched until June, but people can get in now. You can get your device and get started with it like I did and start sharing it with people. I think it's a wonderful opportunity. So that's my review of my Clear 420. I love it. I'm happy I did it. I think it's time for us to take a stand in every aspect of life, whether it's our monetary systems, our communications, our food supply, our political structures, whatever it is, to start to take a stand for decentralization, which is ultimately power to the individual, sovereignty to the individual, power at the local level, community level, decision-making closer to the grassroots. Because the opposite direction is where we're headed in society, is concentration of power in centrally controlled banks more than ever, healthcare, which is basically big pharma control, one size fits all, and political structure. We have no more consent of the governed, so that's not going to work. That's not going to bring us happiness. So let's get involved and let's share out our visions, and our Clearphone can be a big part of that for all of us. So it's Jim Jordan today. If you get this video and if you're somebody that's new, you can contact me directly. If you get it from one of my partners, you can contact them. Some of them have enrolled you, some of you people, for phones, and just ask them directly how do they get started, and they'll help you out. So it's Jim Jordan, wishing you a wonderful day.